All right, hello everyone. This is Crota coming at you, absolutely going out of my mind in this series so far. 2-0 lead for Coolxian over Darken as we now move into game number 3. And before you guys think I cast these games out of order, which I may well have cast these games out of order. This, I believe, is a best of 7 series, and I will not be able to cast the remaining games until Wednesday. So hope you guys are enjoying the game that you're taking a look at so far. So far, this series has been simply amazing. One of the best Night Elf vs Undead series I have gotten to cast. Just because as a caster, I like seeing new strategies, new metas, and the Hippogriff Archer strategy in game number 1 was absolutely amazing. All right. In this third game, we are looking at a third different hero for the first time in a long time. Ghouls are over here to try and disrupt the creeping here, and it looks like Darken, who really has fallen behind 2-0 in this series, is not doing altogether that bad. He is not playing that poorly, and now as he is coming inside this base and absolutely just destroying his opponent here, things may get a little bit rougher. Coolxian off to a very, very bad start. Well, I think 4 to 5 wisps so far, and that will delay his tech to tier 2. All right, Death Knight also coming inside here, going after some units. Is he going to be able to get a... Nope, not going to be able to get a Death Coil, obviously, as he is teching Unholy Aura and still wandering around. All right, Death Knight now wandering back and will wander back forward again. Ghouls now making a quick run back home. There is a second crypt, and it may just be a flat-out ghoul rush into maybe perhaps gargoyles as well. The Demon Hunter not nearly as strong against that particular strategy, since you do not have access to anti-air. The Warden, even though it doesn't have anti-air, the Fan of Knives is extremely helpful. Potion of Mana quickly sold back from that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter wanting Boots of Speed, still not available at the gift shop, as the Demon Hunter chases that Death Knight away. All right, what's going to be happening next? More and more ghouls, a Congo line of ghouls making their way over. Demon Hunter now picking up the Boots of Speed, and that is a large number of ghouls, and this may just be too much and overwhelm Coolxian. I don't believe he was expecting this at all, as the Demon Hunter now arrives to the party, hoping to get some damage through and onto these ghouls. All right, low hit point ghouls all over the place. Archer now down to 31 hit points. Is that going to be able to Shadow Meld in time? It looks like it is going to be able to hide off over there. Meanwhile, Death Knight still chasing units. Archer going to perhaps try and Shadow Meld as well. Demon Hunter attempting to take down the ghouls that are just blindly attacking the Tree of Ages. And that's actually rather interesting. I was not expecting a straight attempt at taking down this Tree of Ages, especially as Wisp are so easy to take down. All right, ghouls all taken down off over here to the north. Not quite sure what happened there. The Wisp went over there to hide, and then the ghouls just absolutely died. Not sure what is going on, and this really feels like a complete falling apart of the Undead right now. There's another detonation. Wisp are just falling left and right, and the Death Knight, if it does in fact get to level 2, Death Coil is going to become a very serious issue. All right, Ghoul unable to get, now able to get inside there, and now perhaps be able to finish off that one lone Wisp. The Death Knight still wandering around skeletal minions. Death Knight Archer now trying to come in and join in on the fight, and it looks like the Death Knight will be able to catch up. Oh, Dust of Appearance, down goes an Archer. There it goes, level 2 on the Death Knight. You can see a Ghoul now attempting to take down this Ancient of War. Back over here, Death Coil saving that Ghoul as the Tree of Ages suffering a bit of damage. Demon Hunter finally starts mana burning his opponent, as Death Coil is in fact on the table. All right, let's see what's happening here. Damage being dealt left and right. There is another mana burn. Needs to figure out a way to kill off a unit before he gets mana burned one more time. There's a Death Coil onto a Ghoul, saving a unit instead. There's a last mana burn. You're not going to be seeing any more Death Coils or mana burns for a little while, as Archers are now falling. Straight up tier 1 Necropolis double crypt rush, catching Coolxian off guard. If this rush fails, then the game is going to be over, as we are now in Immolation. Coolxian using Immolation to try and fight back against this sea of ghouls. However, the ghouls are going to be able to back off individually. Are they actually going to try and surround a Demon Hunter with Immolation? No, not going to be doing that. The Demon Hunter now out of mana, losing that very, very effective burning skin as the Breath of Fire now catching the ghouls off guard. And this may be the end of the rush. However, a couple of archers still having a bit of a bad day and may end up getting taken down. Another ghoul gets taken down there. Ghouls or archers now trying to get taken down. There you go. There's another Breath of Fire as the units are now trying to back off. It is a bad day to be a 2-supply unit here in WarCraft 3 as every archer and ghoul is expendable. Death Knight now running back to the bottom left. Taking a look at the supply, 21 over 40 compared to 30 over 40. That is a very big difference in terms of army size once you consider that about 10 or 12 supply is just in your Wisp and your well, 5 only in your Acolytes. But yeah, that's a very big difference. That means that there is a lot of ghouls on the field, 10 ghouls on the field compared to maybe the 10 supply there, the 1 archer. So that is going to be a bit of a problem. All right, ghouls running around back and forth, ring around the graveyard, I guess is the game of the day. Acolytes now running around in between locations as well as the... What is going on? What did that ghoul do? He left his position. All right, Demon Hunter now trying to fight back there. There is that cold aura. Staff of Teleportation now heading back out. Panda could turn around and Breath of Fire. We are still not at Nightfall mana. Moonwells are pretty much empty. Only 3 Moonwells, and that may be the death of Coolxian. It's going to be a long time till Nightfall, and no real passive regeneration is available. All right, Death Knight, or Demon Hunter, attempting off over there. Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage. Not quite sure what to expect. That is just a very, very... Oh, wow. Staff of Preservation brought over a Goblin Shredder. Death Knight realized, wait, the Demon Hunter is right there. I should have just gone up there. I didn't even expect Coolxian to hire up a Goblin Shredder just to send him home immediately. The tricks of the trade today have been just absolutely amazing as we now see a Naga Sea Witch join in on the fight. Cold arrows, retreating units, gonna have a very bad day now, adding in a little bit of a range damage effect. Death Knight and ghouls will finish off this Ancient of War as the Naga Sea Witch hopes to finish what the Death Knight started not too long ago. Breath of Fire hitting a couple of the ghouls. Immolation. Demon Hunter with plenty of mana now, of force to be reckoned with, and all you can really do against a Demon Hunter with Immolation is run away. Run far, far away. Demon Hunter turning it off. We may see a re-engagement right there. Naga Sea Witch getting a couple of cold arrows. No Breath of Fire turnaround. Goblin Shredder is right there. Demon Hunter trying to get in some shots as well, as we now getting still more reinforcements. Naga Sea Witch getting in that cold damage constantly as, Potion of Healing now coming into play as well. All right, Death Coil, Naga Sea Witch down, or Naga Sea Witch chasing after that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to 44 hit points, and it looks like the Demon Hunter does in fact fall. Level 2 on the Death Knight, level 1 on the Naga Sea Witch, level 2 level 1 Panda, as the Panda goes back off to the north. Why is it going here? It just got absolutely confused. Demon Hunter resurrected, maybe going after the Naga Sea Witch, and it looks like Panda got stabbed to Preservation. So what is going to be happening here? Demon Hunter now trying to run away. Looks like it may be able to do exactly that. Ghouls, are they going to be coming off anywhere? No, they are not. Demon Hunter not going to get slowed by the Halls of the Dead, just outside of the ring range. As the Naga Sea Witch falls, Panda gets sent back home, and the Demon Hunter resurrected. Very, very expensive resurrection, but still enough to live to fight another night. All right, Staff of Teleportation. Demon Hunter now back home. Death Knight is right here, is at level 2, very close to level 3.
Forces are under attack.
As we are trying to figure out, both players trying to figure out when is there going to be a break in the action so I can at least rest my voice. Death Knight, smart Death Coil there to burn off some extra mana. Demon Hunter chasing after a ghoul, will get his ghoul. Back off to the north. Archer getting ensnared. Panda may try and engage right here. Ghoul very low on hit points, trying to get away. It looks as though it was taken down by Crypt Fiends instead, as the Death Knight sitting at level 3. Level 1 Unholy Aura. Tome of Agility +2. Do not leave that behind for the Demon Hunter to pick up. Thank you very much. As the Naga Sea Witch now out going up against a Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is a little bit slow. Oh, the Obsidian statue was right there. Could have engaged as well. Naga Sea Witch is here as well. And we are going to see a little bit more fighting coming in underway. That Demon Hunter going up against a Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch does have double potions of healing. Not in any real danger either. As we're going to be looking at the Naga Sea Witch slithering forward. Vena Sea Storm. Personally, I like Anaconda as the best Naga Sea Witch name ever. All right, let's go ahead. Demon Hunter in a little bit of trouble. Rejuvenation. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it slips through. Has 114 hit points. Detonation to remove some of the blight there, but still, Ziggurat is now being summoned. Tower attempt is underway as we are now looking at a big fight here. Breath of Fire hitting a lot of units. Death Knight still up in the front. Druid of the Claw trying to engage here. Demon Hunter cannot ignore these Ziggurats down over here. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this back down. Breath of Fire, Goblin Shredder may get taken down. It does get taken down. Death Knight seeing that level 3. Naga Sea Witch still seeing that level 1. Taking a little bit of damage, but has a potion of healing still. And I believe the cooldown and the wait is over. Demon Hunter now surrounded. Breath of Fire, Staff of Teleportation heading back home. Is it going to finish? No, he's not going to get finished. He's going to stay alive, but for how much longer? As we now see Blight in the corner. All right, Nerubian Tower being added. Faster healing for all of the undead units on Blight, which is, well, one Crypt Fiend. Anyways, back off to the north. Ghoul taking a little bit of... No, not the Ghoul not taking any damage. Units are now backing off here, and I think Coolxian is going to end up losing game number 3, allowing Darken to get a game on the board. Beautifully played so far, but the towers are just going to be far too much, as the towers are now going to make it impossible for the Demon Hunter to get within range without really overcommitting and taking damage himself. Naga Sea Witch is right there. Oh, there is that tower, and that is the problem. Breath of Fire across multiple Crypt Fiends. Crypt Fiends pretty much saying, I don't care. Tomb of Relics now being placed down so they can buy whatever they want, and there is the GG. Game number 3 going to the Undead in this best of series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 3. I will be back later this week to cast game number 4.